Rudrankksh Patil is a name who have impressed a lot in the recent past in Indian shooting. A world champion in Cairo in 2024, he won a Paris Olympics quota, but he missed out on the final team in the trials. But after that, he regrouped and participated in the ISSF World Cup, which recently concluded in Argentina and then in Peru. And in the South American leg of the Shooting World Cup, he won three medals, including a gold in the four events that he participated in. He won a gold in the 10-meter air rifle men's event in Buenos Aires, along with a silver in the mixed event with Arya Bhorse. In Lima, in the individual event, he opted out after a technical error and finished eighth. But on the following day, he won a silver again with Arya Borse in the mixed team event. In this interview, he speaks about his campaign in the South American leg of the ISSF World Cup, a campaign beginner for 2025. Indians youngsters like Suchi Singh Inder, Arya Borse, and Simranpreet Brar, and the selection process. What did the athletes do in Argentina and Peru, and much more. Listen in. Welcome, Rudrankksh. You have been a stellar performer throughout for Indian shooting contingent, and here also a gold medal in Argentina, and then and also a silver with Arya, and again a silver in the mixed team in Lima. But that unfortunate technical error in the individual event, we will talk about that. But firstly, very much congratulations on the performance. Welcome to Revsportz, and how would you describe the campaign in the South America?
Firstly, I'm quite happy that I was able to come over here and be the part of the Indian contingent who participated in the Argentina World Cup and the World Cup in Peru. Right now, I'm in Peru, and
Yeah.
yeah, our World Cup is over, and I would say I got three medals out of the four events which I participated in, and I think the performance, of course, could have been a bit better, but again, being the first two World Cups of the season, I'm very open and I'm working on improvement on myself. So yes.
Okay. Uh, I'll come to the medals, but the incident that happened in Lima in the World Cup in the 10-meter air rifle individual match, that unfortunate technical error. Could you please walk me through what happened exactly in that moment and what was going on in your mind?
Yeah, so basically, our weapons are, of course, made up of springs and screws, and when we travel, due to the vibration, most of the time the screws unscrew, and the springs, the tension reduces or sometimes increases. So it is a very quite common problem that your trigger stops working, or as soon as you load, the shot goes off when you travel at a long distance. Unfortunately, it was during exactly on that day of the match, and this usually doesn't happen. But
Yeah.
again, there's a way to avoid it if it happens. If it happens in sights or the preparation time, we can still work on it because it only takes 2 minutes to fix it. But if
Mm.
it happens in the finals, where there is almost no chance to rectify the shot, it's almost gone. So again, it's quite unfortunate that it happened. Like as soon as I loaded it, the shot went off, and because it as soon as it went off, it's considered zero. So, but end of the day, that's how the game is, and it's a technical sport, so we cannot do anything much.
Absolutely. But I'll come to this part, but going back to the journey that last year you won, you have been fantastic. You won the Paris Olympics quota, but missed out on the final team by a whisker. But after that, uh, you prepared well and came to the South American World Cup and got three medals out of the four events. So how has that process been?
Yeah, it has been a lengthy process for me personally. 2024 being the first Olympic cycle for me, I had learned from it a lot about lot of techniques, lot of mental preparation things, and again, 2024 season was not so bad. Though I was not able to get selected for the Olympic Games, but I will say that overall, I built a good mental resilience over the years. I had few successful matches where I got the medals. Again, I could have done a better in terms of higher score consistency, but again, I learned on the reasons why I could not, and I would like to implement those things in the this this currently going season now. And again, I think so. If I have to say the overall experience in the past compared to now, I think so. Again, it has been a life-changing experience for me because I'm 20 and almost 6 years, almost 6 years I have been in the team. Out of the 8 years I have been shooting. So I
Yeah.
will say almost half of my life I have been shooting, and seeing that out of that half life I was again the more half of that shooting life I was there in the team. So seeing that I'm quite again happy that my efforts are giving me fruits because I've seen many athletes who are working extremely hard, but the efforts are sometimes paid off, sometimes not. So again, I'm grateful that all of my hard work is being paid off. But again, I'm working on to getting more, getting myself even better at performing, and yeah, that's how it is going on right now.
So, if you analyze your performance in this South American phase of the World Cup, what are the few things that you take into a consideration that you need to improve in these areas?
So if I want to comment on what has happened during this World Cups, what I've learned from this World Cup, I will definitely say a lot about mental resilience. That one thing after the second World Cup in Peru, when the trigger just broke down, the shot was automatically fired. To come back on the next day was really tough, but fortunately I
Mm.
had good friends, I had good support staff who supported me through that phase and gave me a lot of motivation to get back on the next day, even though the problem was I was still trying to resolve that problem. And other than that, if I have to say in terms of Bruno Aries in Argentina, I will say that lot of technical things are there. Still, I'm still trying to improve my score. I'm still trying to focus on many other things. But again, this is a game of practice. I cannot just try to focus on improving the score because it's not under our hand. We can
Mm.
just put our efforts every single day on the process, and one day it clicks and it is much more easier to do it. So I'm just trying to get into that rhythm. I need some time to myself to get back into my actual normal zone and then start for preparing for the next competitions. So I think so that's how I will describe it.
Nice. You mentioned about your teammates, the partners. You yourself played with Arya, a youngster debuted in the World Cup. We have had Suruchi, who have performed fantastically well, Simranpreet. So we have a lot of youngsters coming up who are challenging the experienced candidates also. Thoughts on the youngsters who have performed brilliantly in this World Cup?
Yeah, so the funny thing is, though I'm more experienced than most of them, I'm still like most of I'm
Yeah,
like I have
age-wise
been
you
in.
are quite close to them, but experience-wise you are much more matured.
Yeah, I'm quite happy to see that specifically Arya, I had competed with. I was with her as a mixed team partner in 2022 as junior athletes, and we missed on a medal over there. But fortunately, this year we had the chance to play mixed team three times in national games in both of these World Cups. So see, and all the three matches I got silver with her. So I think I will say that we have to work on a lot of our coordination in mixed team so that we can bring better medals and better scores. But again, I'm quite happy that I could be a part of her journey to bring her first World Cup medal home. And other than that, if I have to comment on other youngster athletes, I don't think I know them as good as I know Arya till now. And I've not been in much contact with them is because it's completely different event and thing is, but very well for them. Bravo for their achievements. I'm very happy to see.
Yes, the objective of my question was that we have a lot of youngsters who are coming up who are challenging the experienced candidates in the team. Even in the trials, also you will see that we have had Olympians who have participated in the Paris Olympics have not been a part of this World Cup. So it's not only that you have achieved something, but you have to go through the trials and perform on the day to be selected. So how is that process, and what is the role of the NRI in developing these youngsters? We have a huge pool of young talented shooters.
I will just say that when we say experienced athletes, what I personally feel is like, though if you are an Olympic medalist or a world champion or an Olympian, to be honest, you were that person on that exact day. It doesn't guarantee that every day you will shoot up to that standards no matter what the situation is. What makes an experienced shooter is the person who can handle any situation at any moment of the time and still give his basic scores which is required. So I think that is what I consider to be an experienced athlete. And yeah, I think so. Youngsters are coming. When we were coming into the team, we were challenging the senior athletes, and now again we see new athletes are coming up. But again, this is the game, and I think I see I can also comment. I cannot comment on others' mentality, but I can say for me personally, I feel like I still have lot of potential to be explored. I still have lot of energy to come out, and I think with that, it's not going to be easy for the youngsters. At least for the next 10 years, I can make sure of that.
Really, it's a healthy competition that we have in the national team right now. Rudraksh, you mentioned about mental fitness, mental stability, and being focused. So in shooting, you have to be focused. So what is the your regime to keep yourself mentally fit, to increase your focus and like that?
Yeah, so basically, over a period of time, I have realized like there are of course different phases in athletes. So before, I think the stereotype that you need to keep on focusing to win
Hmm.
a medal is completely different to what is happening right now. So before, I believe before it was a phase in which you had to do lot of meditation, you had to do lot of focus, you had to do lot of things to maintain your scores. But we are at such a level that the scores are already in build of us. We have that scores, we have already shot that scores in training, we are doing it every single day. The only way we can bring it out on the competition is prioritizing our mental health. So if we are not
Hmm.
happy, if we are not able to, if we don't feel like picking up the gun, if we don't feel like doing anything, so it will work for few competitions, but for a long run, it will never work. You need to focus on recovery, you need to focus on your mental peace, you need to focus on your mental happiness. Only then you will have that energy and you will have that right leverage you can use during the competition. If nothing is fixed, you can climb the mountain once, but if you see one more
Hmm.
mountain ahead, then it will be very difficult
Hmm.
for you to do. But if you love climbing, then it's a completely different thing. So you need to start loving the sport. That's what I feel. That will help you enhance your focus to a next level. Because if you're just doing it like a robot, and if you keep on doing it every single day, after a while your energy will be exhausted and your focus level will completely be depleted. But if you
Yeah.
do it because you love it and you take breaks whenever you want, you are getting up whenever you want, you again have that mental resilience to fight it whenever you can. But sometimes you have the ability to let go also. That is the perfect balance which will help. That's what I feel personally right now, that will
Yeah.
help you to.
So
Yeah.
what's your routine like? You mentioned about the balance. So what are the other things that you do other than shooting when you're not shooting or in a competition? What are the other things that you do?
So to be honest, I spend a lot of my time in, if I have to say, in studies with my family. I like to play a few sports, other sports also. Again, like my brother is doing very well in studies, so I focus on his studies also. I roam around with my friends whenever I have my chance. So basically, I try to live as decent life as possible and as social as possible whenever I can, because most of the time I'm shooting, so I have very less time for myself and with my family. So I like to utilize the rest of the time with them, and yeah, that's how I spend most of my day right now. That's what
So,
at
what are
least.
you studying right now?
I'm third year BA.
Arya and nice. So uh, this leg is now done. So how do you plan the coming months ahead? What are the next tournaments that are in your mind?
So basically, right now, if I have to say, I have my graduation exams as soon as I go home within 3 days. So I will go
Oh.
home and take care of that first, and I will graduate hopefully. And after that, I'm going to take some break. I would like to focus on getting feeling peace, because this was a very long trip for us, and
Hmm.
being too much of competition and being too much in shooting is again a lot of pressure on your head. So I would like to get that pressure out and then start off my training. Again, but to get into, so our main goal again is one of the bigger tournaments, which is the World Championship this year.
uh,
which I would
in
like to
Cairo.
participate in, and which I would like to compete in, to be honest.
Um,
And to do that, I need to qualify and need to have the basic scores which are required. So I will try to play competitions in such a way that the basic requirement for me to qualify for that tournament is, according to the policy, is quite
hmm.
perfect, and I don't have to put extra energy, and I can spend most of my time in preparing for the winning of that, world championship. That's what I would like to do.
So, did you enjoy South America, Argentina, Peru? What are the other things that you did other than competition?
So we roamed around a lot in Argentina. Actually, we wanted to go to Messi's house, but
Did you go?
unfortunately, there were riots. No,
Oh,
there were riots in the last few days. We could not travel over there because it was very unsafe. But fortunately, first few days we had a bit of time. So because we wanted to do some active recovery, so we went on to some of the gardens over there and some of the other places. We tried some local cuisine, so it was quite good. I would say, like, I could meet with my old friends who were part of the shooting
hmm.
team before this, and meeting with them and spending some time with them was quite again peaceful.
Did you get to see any football match over there in Buenos Aires?
No, because the thing was we came for a World Cup, so it doesn't make sense, like, go
No,
out.
once it's done, once you are done. It was lovely chatting to you, Rudrankksh, and you gave a lot of insights. The main thing that we wanted to bring out from this interview was the trials and the selections, because a lot of people won't have the idea that why a certain uh, an athlete of the certain level is not being selected for a particular tournament, and you explained it so nicely. People were not fully aware of what actually happened with you in the uh, the individual final in Lima. So it was lovely chatting to you, and we hope you all the best. And we get more opportunities of talking, and you get more medals, so we can celebrate for father in the father coming days. Thank you so much.
Yeah. Okay, thank you.
Thank you.